Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. I have a scrapbook kit building video for you this time. Normally this would come out on the first of the month, but I am a little behind schedule. So that's okay, let's go ahead and get started. This kit build is for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge group that I am on the design team for. And every month we have a kit hostess who brings us a piece of inspiration, a previously existing kit out there in the world, and we counterfeit it by creating our own kits. So this month our inspiration is from this German scrapbooking kit company, and because this is in German, I am going to go ahead and translate this into English using the Google translation option up here in the menu bar. As you can see, it's just called November Kit from 2021, and it features it features pretty much entirely Page Evan products besides this extra alphabet set. So let's go ahead and take a look. I've got all these tabs opened at the kit. I'm noticing very much a fall vibe. I am familiar with this Page Evans collection because I do own bits and pieces of it that I've actually mostly used already. So let's keep going. We have a chipboard sticker set here. So I might want to add chipboard, or perhaps I want to try adding some multicolor elements to my kit. So when I'm looking at inspiration, I just try to find pieces that catch my attention and not necessarily trying to exactly duplicate this kit. So those are a couple of ideas. I do like all of the geometrics in this collection. I'm also noticing some stars, so those are ideas and motifs that I could pick up on. Tags. Let's keep looking. And then we have a thicker alphabet set in a tan, possibly a wood grain finish. I can't quite tell from this level of the graphic. And then we have a sticker sheet, and this is featuring a lot of cozy, homey kind of elements with warm mugs, potted plants, pets. Look at this cat. Oh boy, I love that. So maybe I'll include some cats in my kit. We shall see. And then, of course, that extra alphabet set. So I picked up a few bits of ideas from just taking a quick glance at this kit, and I will go ahead and head down to my scrapbook supplies and start pulling some items. As usual, I start with the pattern papers because that helps forge the direction of my kit. Now, I didn't want to go with the color palette of that kit, so I'm looking at a lot of the elements of the kit, like these stars, that I can put in there and make the kit my own, because that color palette felt too autumnal and heavy for me. So I'm going to lighten and brighten it a little bit. Now this piece of paper was chosen based on that leaf motif. And again, I'm going with a lighter tone, a lighter feel, but it does have the same kind of print. Now I did choose a similar color tone print, but in a lighter shade. So that one piece of inspiration led me to two separate sheets of paper. Now there was also this kind of scallop motif in there, and I pulled these two sheets that both have their own kind of scallop vibe going on. I decided to stick with the sheet that is the lighter tone. And then there was a little bit of polka dots in this kit, both in pink and kind of a multicolor. So I pulled all of these elements, and I decided, because there was a craft piece of paper in the inspiration, I went with a craft polka dot, and then I did go ahead and go with a pink polka dot. So that was my two choices in that kind of category of the papers. And then sandwiched in between those polka dots was this narrow blue stripe. So I pulled a blue diagonal stripe, and I pulled some multicolor stripes. And now I'm trying to narrow it down between these three stripe choices because I don't want my kit to get too big. And before I do that, I pull in this other sheet of neutral paper because that was also an inspiration from the original, which had some text print in it with a kind of tone on tone. And so looking at the choices that I have chosen so far, this is a pretty mild color palette kit. So I did want to add a little bit more brightness for some pop to this kit. So deciding between the two multicolored stripes instead of the blue was where I knew I wanted to go. So then I start looking at those stripes next to the other papers in the kit and thinking about which one I want to use. And I go with a little bit bolder stripe because that will give me a direction to go if I want to go a little bit bolder. And then that scallop print that I had with the multicolors on it is a softer color palette. So then I have a range of choices to go bolder or softer. Now moving over to the embellishments, I did find a tan kind of wood grain alpha, and then based on what I thought about that multicolor piece of embellishment, I did choose this alpha, which I've been working with a bit lately, but that's okay, it still has my attention, so I'll keep working with it. And then a smaller alpha set, which will help me with subtitles. And at first I thought maybe these are too pastel to work with that bold color of paper. Not like one sheet of paper should make the whole decision, but I decide there's enough color choices in that so that it'll work okay. And then I turn to textural embellishments and I grab a bunch of stars because I really like the star motif from that very first sheet of pattern paper. And then I realize I actually have quite a few of the embellishments from the inspiration kit, that Paige Evans collection that I mentioned. I thought I only had bits and pieces left, but I do have quite a stack, including this lovely chipboard piece that was not in the inspiration, but that is from the same Paige Evans lines. And I really like those leaf motifs. So if you join me in my next video, I'm going to be making my own chipboard embellishments with this leaf die because, like I said, the color palette was too autumnal for me. So I'm going to change up the color palette to match my kit. And then as you saw, my final choice of embellishment there was some buttons for a lot more texture. And that rounds off my kit for this month. So we will take a look at the overall pattern papers and again, the overall embellishments. And that will do it. So I do hope you come back tomorrow for that leaf embellishment process that I will have for you. In the meantime, I hope you have an artful day.